Haha. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of the Cataclysm, and it is episode 19. Boy, we've got some episodes in, hadn't we? Let me welcome my players. On the right-hand corner, we have Arya that plays Yabrana Shatterstone.
Evening.
In the left-hand corner, we have Nightmare, who plays the Golden Namriel.
Hello.
And so we left off last time with a cliffhanger. Our weather came in, and that lovely thunder that you can actually hear in the stream, by the way, absolutely killed our damn.
I noticed that when I went back and re-listened to it.
Yeah, I
It was
know.
crazy how loud it was.
That was nuts. But it finally tanked our stream. And then, of course, I had to go and call everybody to just, let everybody know. And then we had a lot of player revelations. So for the first couple of minutes of the stream, we're going to go back and we're just going to kind of like hash out what happened after the stream. So let me give you guys a little bit of a recap. Last time on D&D, Namriel, after Barrett bugged the shit out of him, cast healing. What was it? Healing. It wasn't a healing word. It was the one that hits
Mass
multiple.
cure wounds.
Mass cure wounds. Come to find out, Mouse was pretty fucked up internally. So that healed him up. Everybody split up, kind of to do their own thing. After Yabrana, with an elbow blessed by her god, absolutely annihilated John, who was trying to be a gentleman. And he definitely learned his lesson, that's for sure. One group went off to go to the inn. The other group went off to go and make sure that Mouse was cared for. And Yabrana was left alone. She thought her religion roll didn't count because she said her religion roll didn't count. So as she was talking to Carlisle, I made her do a perception check and her coin flipped. I don't know what got into her brain, but that epic phrase was, he can't lie to me. So for 11 minutes, they got to interrogate my guy. He couldn't lie.
All of the questions, though. I had so many more questions, but I forgot them. And then I thought of some after he walked away. That fucking asshole.
Namriel and Barrett both came down to make sure that Carlisle did not flee the scene as he was being interrogated. And he walked off, flipped her off, said, fuck you, and went on his merry way. Barrett was talking to Yabrana about what they were going to do about John, because Barrett didn't know that John had already pledged himself to Yabrana. And that's when our stream cut, because they were talking about what to do about the cheating. So we're going to pick up that conversation from there.
I have to worry about the cheating.
What makes you think that?
Bribing 1 out of 3 judges, that seems like a shitty choice. Like, the odds aren't even stacked in your favor. They could have split the bribe between 2 of the judges and secured a win. But they couldn't do that, which means only 1 of the judges was bribable to begin with.
Ah, somebody didn't pay attention when I was giving out the rules. So who are the 2 people that decide whether or not you get judged or not?
Oh. Yeah, I forgot the rules. Look, I'm not a note taker. Don't judge me. I roll a lot of history checks.
And that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to read out everything that you guys recapped from last session, thanks to Nightmare. Statue, Jaguar Goddess, not info on pages, but the book itself. He is willing to cheat, paid off one of the judges, 50 gold now, 50 when he wins. Carlisle is the conduit, 3 weeks north in a cave is where the orb is. Carlisle is the head leader of the Freed for the Quadrant. The conduit corrupted has to be purified. The conduit is not corrupted. The orb is. I think the internet has crashed. And then Nightmare put in, odds are some of the faithful have fragments of the remaining gods' souls. So what did you guys figure out?
A lot. A
A
lot.
lot.
So fucking much. And I'm hated that it happened after we lost connection. Because based on what we're doing, if there are fragments that need to be brought back together, that is information we did not know. We did not know, but now we know how to bring them back. Which means we have to find every orb, every soul piece, and every champion. But based off of Carlisle, he don't want to be a champion. He don't want anything to do with it. He wants the Jaguar Goddess gone for good. So we're working against ourselves, at least in one case. But if there's one person like that, there's bound to be more. Which means other people are also looking for everything. Or may already have them. We may have already lost gods that we don't know about.
It's possible.
And I
Got me
would
thinking though.
go ahead.
Nightmare, you remember in the brothel? They had a corrupted orb.
Yeah.
What god were they trying to stop? And how did we fuck that up? Because we destroyed the orb. If
I
that orb
don't.
was tied to a god,
I don't know if that orb was tied to a god. It was a necrotic orb.
because it was corrupted. That's my take on it, anyways. I could be wrong.
Interesting.
I was thinking about it
No,
yesterday.
no, I see what you're trying to say there.
Because if each orb is tied to a specific god, we don't even know that. Maybe they're just individual orbs and it doesn't matter. But if there are orbs tied to individual gods and those orbs are destroyed, does that stop the god from returning? Or does a new orb spawn? Are there multiples? Like if I killed Carlisle as the champion, will another one be chosen? Like maybe that's a good option, that we kill Carlisle and have
Ooh.
another champion name.
Yeah, but it could be another Freed. So
That's true. And I don't think we've got any say with Carlisle at the moment. I was a little too cheeky.
we have a lot of choices to make.
Well, choice number one, like I said, we have three options when it comes to this competition. Tell on them and get them removed from the competition. But who's going to believe us?
Yeah.
Number two, we try the best that we can and try to get the number one spot, at least top three, but number one is what we should go for. Third option is we deliberately lose, which I don't want to do, and then steal the statue with the god piece inside of it. I say we try option one first. I mean option two, we try to win. Sorry, brain no worky.
It's fun. I don't know.
Winning's our best shot, 100%. And they have pretty much everything spa-wise for this competition, correct? And we're allowed to bring our own stuff. So I'm thinking that we can make the coffee with one of the dishes as an aside. And I think that'll give us extra points. because I know that recipe.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
And it's good fucking coffee. What do you think? Try to win? Go from there?
Try to win, and if that doesn't work, just fucking, I don't know. Try and steal
Well, if
it.
that doesn't work, how much time do we have before we have to get back to Ellie with an orb?
Okay, so you guys have had about a week's travel. Plus the time you spent at the Falkreath Estate. Plus the time that you've spent catching ingredients and getting to Nabrat. So I would say 2 weeks of your 3 lunar passes have passed. So you have 2 months and 2 weeks remaining. You've got another 3 weeks to get to Carlisle's house. And then you still probably have to get to their main thingy, wherever it is, their main hideout. This is only a satellite office.
I say we lose, we book it to Carlisle's, and we ambush it.
Well, he's planning on destroying the statue, so...
Well, he can destroy the statue all he wants. That doesn't mean he can destroy the piece of the god. I think all 3 of them have to be together in order for that to happen. That's
destroy all of them at the same time?
I could be overthinking it, but my thing is that I think they have to be in the same place, or he wouldn't go through all this trouble. If he could just destroy the piece of the god statue, then it'd be over. If he could just destroy the orb, it would all be over. There have to be conditions that haven't been met yet that's making him have to get this piece of the statue.
Yeah.
I have an interesting question to throw into the mix for you guys to think about.
What's up?
All right, so you know that he mentioned corruption more than once. And that he has to corrupt the conduit. Right?
Yeah.
How do you corrupt a soul?
I mean, it depends on your belief system. If a soul is even corruptible, they're part of the freed. Does he even believe he can actually do it?
What was he trying to do when you guys first found out about all of this? What started this entire chain reaction?
The damn book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but there was an unnecessary part of that note that you guys read.
All right, hold on. Let's see if I still have the note. Yeah. What did that note say again?
Yeah, remind me, what did it say?
All right,
well,
so
I just rolled a 19 on history, so...
Yeah, well, give me a second, because I'm scrolling back through our log history, so...
Okay.
And we have 21 pages of chat, so this may take a minute. All right. Everybody's stat rolls from the beginning of the game.
Ow.
Scroll, 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 scroll.
So you brought up this fucking note. You don't even remember what it says either.
Oh no, I do,
Like,
but
kill the kid, bring the book. But I don't remember the exact phrasing.
I'm looking it up. Number 1, so I'm reading the fucking book. Grab the book, kill the kid, report to me at the end of the competition.
Report to me. Report to me. Report to Carlisle.
All right, so grab the book, kill the kid, report to me. So what part of that wasn't necessary?
Killing the kid was unnecessary.
Very good. So if you were a human and you were trying to corrupt your soul, what would be the easiest way to go about it if you were a dumbass?
You would kill someone.
And it doesn't matter who actually,
someone.
and it doesn't matter who actually did the deed if you're the one that ordered it.
Yep. Wow.
So that's the lengths that Carlisle is willing to go to corrupt his soul. But he hasn't done anything hands-on that you know of.
That we know of, yeah.
Given that information, what does that infer about Carlisle?
He's trying to corrupt himself.
All right, that's a good step 1.
That he's desperate.
That's a great step 2. And he's willing.
An unmitigated ass.
And he's an unmitigated ass that's willing to kill. At least by order, if not by deed.
Well, the fact that he's only willing to do it by order and not by deed means that he doesn't actually want to get his hands dirty. Because if he truly wanted it done, he'd do it himself. So
and it would have already happened.
Conflicted. No, it still wouldn't have happened. You can't touch him.
Knife.
Yeah.
One of you guys had a really good. Sorry, one of you guys had a really good observation about the cat.
That it said it wasn't a god; it was a piece. A thought, a whisper.
That's right, but what about the goblin with the cat?
The goblin would have to be the conduit then.
Okay.
What else? So they need the orb.
That's right. So bring it all home.
They need all 3 pieces.
Fantastic. So you guys now know that in your quest to bring back all 14 gods, you need 3 items. What are those 3 items?
The conduit, and possibly an orb, and the soul of the god.
Awesome. How many conduits do you guys think you've met?
At least 2.
How many
At least 2, potentially 3.
Who's your potential, Nightmare?
I'm gonna keep that to myself until I've got it figured out. Until I know that it's them.
Not a problem. Keep your secrets. Good. How many fragments of gods do you guys think you found? Or know the existence of?
2. The cat would be the fragment. And the statue.
I was also going to say the fish could have also been one, but I don't think so. Magic would have been working differently at the time.
Incorrect. Fragments.
The fish?
Fragments of gods affect your spells. Conduits.
So the fragments do.
Can't. Orbs can if they've been corrupted.
Interesting.
Because you guys went to Fall Creek Manor, and you guys could use some magics, but it was set as a protection barrier. You guys didn't actually try to cast in their home.
True.
That, yeah. I.
Hey, how long do we have before the competition starts for us?
Sarah's coming to get you guys in about an hour, so you guys have a little bit of time.
Can I take a look at the book that I have in my pocket again with all of the names?
Absolutely, you can.
What all information is included in the book about each person?
Unfortunately, not a whole lot. It's mainly names and mates' names and children's names and dates of birth or death.
There's no location information or anything.
Unfortunately not. It's a book of it's like a family tree book, and locations aren't an actual thing in there. It's more like a heritage line, kind of like if you guys remember back to the Book of Gold and Silver from your previous campaign. It didn't give locations either. It was just a lineage collection, except the one you found was magic and tied to blood.
Interesting. Do any of the names look familiar?
Roll me a D100, please. And it'll be your first roll of the night, so you roll twice and take advantage.
Eh.
There's a lot of names in that book. Other than the page, other than the page that Nicodemus had shown you, which of course you noticed. At the very top, it's Aramazes and Singblade, and it says non-natural children. And you can tell that Aramazes and Singblade, there's not a date of death beside their names. They have a list of children. It's got to be 27 long. You can see that the youngest on that list is probably 10 years old as of right now. The oldest one on that list is going to be in there, probably it says 48 or 49, somewhere in there.
Okay. Interesting.
The oldest one on there is actually female. Would you like the name of that person?
Yeah.
Zen Laura.
Zen Laura?
Zen Laura.
One.
Two. You got two, I have two.
Cool. This the pineapple stuff?
Are you having the habanero pineapple stuff?
That sounds really damn tasty too.
No, it doesn't. Sweet and savory is not my thing.
Weirdo.
What? If I want sweet, I want sweet.
Sweet and savory is amazing. It's like
Nah.
bacon pancakes. Oh God.
Oh God.
But what the hell did I just hear?
Bacon pancakes. They're like one
Sweet
of
and savory is disgusting.
You've never
This
had
ain't
like a.
sweet and savory.
If it has pineapple in it, it is definitely sweet. and
Oh,
it
it's
has
sweet.
chilies in it, it is definitely savory. That is a sweet savory combination.
You call ghost pepper savory?
That is
No.
considered a savory sauce. Yes, it is.
Hell no. It's
It-
just hot.
Same thing. It's sweet and savory, and it's gross. That is my personal opinion. Do not come at me.
That fucking burns.
Aria, your Brana is so damn close. I need you to roll me an insight check.
I'm working on it. D24.
Zenlara, that sounds oddly familiar.
Is it? I just don't know why it's not. Have you said it out loud before in the campaign?
No, but people go by nicknames an awful lot, and that's an interesting name to have.
Hi, friend.
Zar is over here. She's at Alyssa and Mal. She's talking to the shopkeeper. And she's sitting there and she's like got like a scratch page out that she's adding all this shit up. There's an extensive list on this piece of paper. You could hear her grumbling under her mouth. Stupid fucking dragon. They just left me here to handle all this damn math. Yes?
We need to have a chat when you're free.
Well, it ain't gonna get no freer. The kids are over there talking to the shopkeeper. I'm sitting here doing math. What's up?
I'm going to hand her the book.
You hand her the book. She looks confused as shit at you. She grabs the book. Then she starts reading. And then she goes, oh no.
Anything seem familiar?
Why do you have this? How do you have this?
I stole it.
I knew we were going to be friends. I knew we were going to be friends. So you found out my real name. Congratulations. And?
I won't say anything. I'm just curious. We're an awfully large family with awfully elderly parents, it looks like.
Oh, my dads. Oh, they're going to be so pissed.
Why would they be mad?
I haven't been home in like years. They're gonna be so mad at me. It's not easy coming from a famous family, okay? Yes, I do mercenary work. No, I wasn't gonna kill the kid. I'm surprised.
Hold on. Shut up. Let me check her rap.
Oh, investigation, please.
This seems like something that people shouldn't be eavesdropping upon. We haven't said anything yet.
That wrap is falling apart. The cloth underneath
Right.
it is torn to pieces, and the bracer is about to fall apart.
I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna rewrap it with a piece of cloth, and I'm gonna put one of Frank's bracers on her.
Done and done. You don't have to roll for that. You've already rolled for that more than once. So a convenient thing. You wrap it very well. Alyssa doesn't even look up from her listening to Mouse as she holds her arm out steady. They're talking, or
You say.
she's motioning to something in the shop, one of the shop drawers, and Mouse is actually talking adamantly at her. Zara's like, what?
Famous, you say. How so?
Well, my dads are like the oldest living people on the fucking continent. They have a habit of just wandering and picking up. So what really made us so famous is like my eldest brother. Shit. I think he's like 100 now. Was actually some kind of disposed like lordling, and my parents found them and they restored him to his rightful place. And the dude made a huge fuss about him. So they're like revered elders. So our family's famous. We got like people coming and wanting to talk to them all the time, and it's just a mess.
Sounds like it.
I got out as soon as I could, but I still keep in touch. But I haven't been home in like 5 years. And if I don't come home soon, they're going to send one of their little pets after me.
Home. Interesting for a mercenary to have a home.
Look, all right, it's not the most glorious job, okay? I normally don't take kill missions, and I'm surprised you haven't asked me this before. I wasn't actually going to kill the kid. We were just going to kind of yoink him and hide him somewhere. Or I was, anyway. I didn't trust the people I fucking work with more than I can hold my breath. But I'm not a killer. I'm a merc, but I'm not a killer. Mostly I do security detail. Sometimes I pilferate shit that's not supposed to be pilfered. Yeah, I make really good fucking money and I send it back to my parents so they can take care of the rest of their broodling horde, which I'm sure they've got another one other than Lars. Lars, by the way, is the 10-year-old.
I don't know why this information is important to me, Zara, but it is, because my little friend is interested in this information. He showed me this book for a reason.
My dads are full of shit, okay? They keep saying that they were born thousands of years ago. They're full of shit. I don't think they're as old as they say they are because they don't look as old as they say they are. Shit, I'm getting to look older than they look now. I think they're charlatans of the highest order that got some fucking wonderful magic. And I told them that one time and they fucking laughed at me.
Where are they talking? Hold on, let me.
I have ideas about that.
Look, I'm gonna tell you outright. I doubt that those stories are fake.
So says you, magical cheese man. How old are you? Billions of years old?
Not quite. My dad is, though.
Yeah.
He was around about the exact same time that your fathers are saying.
Roll a persuasion for me.
Let me get.
Oop, sorry, donk the donk.
I'm on. Load.
By the way, you old.
Persuasion. That's a 23.
Look, magical cheese man. Let's just say I believe you. Okay? And not that I've heard mythical magical stories since the time that I was pulled out of that damn orphanage. Alright? Imagine I believed everything my dad's told me. Every high story, every little thing about spiders, everything about a zombie dragon, all of that. Say I did believe all of that. Okay? They're still full of shit. Absolutely. I don't care that they age 100 times slower than everybody else. They're still mortal. They're still my dad's. And I think it's all a bunch of high horsery bullshit. And if you ever meet them, you'll understand what I'm saying. I don't get how the world's best practical jokers are taken so seriously. That's all they are. They're goofballs. Don't have a lick of sense in between.
Charismatic.
Well, I mean, one dad is. The other one will horrify you with war stories. Don't ask.
Did they ever tell you the story about Nightmare?
We've had a handful of conversations, and storytelling hadn't really been a part of it, and it can't be today Because guess what? You owe this guy another gold. Pony up.
Yada, yada, yada. Here, take the gold.
How much of that you actually got on you?
Don't worry about that.
She rolls persuasion on you.
Always think with the pocketbook.
Shit. It's not enough. It's not enough to sweet talk you. But she'll remember. She hands the shopkeeper another gold and then talks to him. She's like, look, you guys are about to go and at least get set up in your tent. I've got these two. He's going to deliver our supplies tomorrow. I doubt you guys are going to be done by tonight. We're going to hightail it back to the... No. Mouse, come here. Mouse comes right up to her. Yes'm. Where's your siblings? He doesn't say anything. And she reaches out for the ear. He says, I can go get them. I can go get them. She said, no. We're going to go get them. We're going to go hole up in the inn. And then we're going to have a long conversation. Yabrana, the best I can do, hun, is if you want to meet my dads, that's fine. They're up north. If we're going after Carlisle, it's going to be in the same general direction, probably a couple days detour. I need to go home anyway, drop off my earnings. If you want to go with me to meet my dads, you can, but I'm just warning you in advance, they're full of shit. And I want to hear that story about Nightmare and Amriel, but we'll do that after your competition. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Good. I need
to be
another...
honest, I don't even want to be roped into this competition, but shit happens.
Look, you're gold and...
always win.
Look, you're gold and flashy, okay? If they're judging anything, flex the pecs, get a little smoke going, make a show of it. That's my only advice to you. Now give me some more money.
How much more do you need for the little shit?
I'm going to be putting them up in another hotel room that I'm pretty sure John didn't think to add. I need more money.
Damn it.
Give me
Here.
Cheese Man. How much do you give?
There. Another fucking gold, because that's all I carry.
She snatches it, bites it with a corner of her tooth and goes, yep, this'll work. Good luck. As she rounds up the kids, absolutely taking Mouse by the ear, she waves goodbye to the shopkeep, who is grinning like a loon, as she hightails it away. Tales and nightmares, I swear.
I swear to God, I'm fixing to have to start a counterfeiting business. Damn.
Yabrana, you went over to check on John and them. Namriel, are you going to go with everybody to the inn while you have a moment? Or are you going to do your own thing?
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
So I actually came over here to scoop up Nicodemus and wander away for a second. And we're like, look here, you little shit. You got to figure out how to talk to each other.
Nicodemus looks up at you.
Message spell.
Nicodemus looks
I'm
up.
sorry.
Your message spell is still connected, Nightmare, if you wanted to tell her something.
Message spell. That's how you do it. Message
I don't
spell.
have message, asshole.
Well, fucking learn it.
Nicodemus, after you said
that shit.
Takes his claw and he puts it to the front of his nose in a shushing motion, and gives you a sly mouse grin.
I'm gonna give him a little kiss on the tip of his nose and put him on my shoulder. Like, fucking asshole.
So, which shoulder do you put him on? Your right or left?
Where my hair.
Oh, you just turned into a robot.
Oh, that was weird. Is that better?
Yes. So, what
Yes.
shoulder?
Oh,
The left, where my hair is shorn.
So you put Nicodemus where your hair is shorn, and he goes to grasp your hair and misses, and grasps it again where it's shorter, as he starts like rage squeaking. He hasn't noticed because he hasn't been on your shoulder that your hair's been shorn. He's pissed.
Let's get my
Fucking
charger
demonic
for my
ass
phone.
rat.
He's mad that the book cut my hair. It's fine. It's okay, buddy.
Demonic ass rat.
I don't think he's a demon.
Nicodemus gets into your hair as he takes your hair from the side and very quickly and very dexterously braids it. But he's down to the shorn part, which comes up right at your jaw, because you know when you braid your hair it gets shorter. And he like is looking around furiously for something to tie it with.
Do I have like any leather straps or anything I can give him?
You don't, but you're with your entire party. You can ask.
Anybody got a leather strap?
I got a little bit of rope.
John
It's
reaches.
not gonna work. It's gonna be way too thick.
John reaches into his pocket and pulls out a collection of different types of hair ties, leather strips, stuff for securing hair. When you notice
They're fucking
that
weird,
he
dude.
actually has a ponytail.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does have long hair.
He gives Nicodemus the tie while he's still mid-conversation with Vivi, as Vivi is going on and on and on and on and on about the hotel room and how cool the dance Nicodemus did was, and he's just going at it. Right now, Zara's at the counter, as you guys can hear some more. Let me pull all that up. Where's my guy?
The only reason that child is still alive is because of that dagger.
So, Numriel, where did you end up, buddy?
What do you mean?
Your tokens on the
I was following the party.
Okay. As you guys are collecting outside of the inn, Azara's inside talking to the shopkeeper. The door is open. You see the gentleman in the blue armor, sir, as he comes up to your party and says, "May I have the party of VV, please?"
All right, let's go win a competition, fellas.
And possibly not die.
We won't die.
Mm.
Why would we die? There's only 3 guards. We can take them if something happens.
That's true.
Are y'all saying this out loud or through message?
Yes, out loud.
No, I am messaging.
Out loud.
I'm not saying that shit out loud. That guy's fucking standing right there. What do you mean say it out loud?
Give a fuck.
I do. Fuck you. You heard your part, not mine.
So,
Now
sir,
you just look like a crazy scum bitch.
sir looks over and goes, we have adequate guards. I don't believe that this should become a fighting battle. I do believe the biggest creature you brought was the water crab, correct?
Yeah, it's an asshole.
Okay. So, you guys have
Serious.
got
What do you want,
you
baby?
guys have got maybe a minute. I'm gonna go and step away, use the restroom, and grab me a drink, and then we will change maps. Okay? Be right back.
Okay. Sorry. Just kissing a dog. He wants something and he can't tell me what he wants because he don't speak English. Jake, no. Stop.
Dogs are a pain in the ass sometimes, but they're awesome.
They're okay.
I'm gonna go get more chicken.
Okay.
Toast pepper. Oh, that's warm. Oh,
Oh, that's so good. almost back. I just gotta get my cheat sheet.
You're good, Lily. God damn. That's spicy.
All right. So, did you guys want to do anything else before we left this map?
No. I got all the information I need for now.
Namriel?
Yeah, I'm good.
The bird in your shirt starts to chirp.
Oh, we have to leave the bird with somebody. We can't take him. No pets. Give him to Czar.
You want to trust Czar with the... okay.
Yes, I trust Czar. Don't worry about it. While you do that, I'm going to go grab a drink.
Yeah, you
I
know
may
what?
encounter a kitchen ghost.
Okay.
I'm just going to give Czar the bird.
So,
Please take care of it.
Czar is completely done. She's got the room key. She looks up at you and sees your shirt pocket filled with baby harpy eagle. She looks down and goes, Namriel,
Yes?
you know what this is, yes?
Yep, it's a baby harpy eagle. I know all about him.
Our baby harpy eagle.
Yep.
Has it been fed today?
No, it has not. Jason, asking me where the spray bottle is pointless. I don't know what people do with it.
You're so mean.
Gets on my nerves.
Yeah, but you could use a nicer tone.
My apologies.
Jeez.
Your
Brothers.
You're
assholes.
Hey, to be fair, you, Mom, and Lulu weren't any better. So I don't want to
Actually,
hear
we
that.
were a lot better.
Sometimes.
We only fought when we were like 11.
Yeah, but by the time your aunt and your mom got old enough to knock me the fuck out, I pretty much stopped my shenanigans.
I was a good kid. I fucking kept to myself and read books. I ain't got no beef. I've been in 4 fist fights my entire life, and 2 of them were with Laura.
Yep. She's not lying. All right, let me get everybody's tokens. So we got a BB. We got a Brianna. And we got a Namriel. All right, I'm moving you guys to the next map. If you can't move your tokens, please let me know as you guys, with Sir, travel to the campgrounds.
These are my little Tiberius.
There are a shit ton of tents set up, and there's a lot of people. In the center of the tent area is a huge tree. In front of that tree, there's a medium-sized cart. That cart's supposed to be a lot bigger. I don't know why it's small like that. Just roll with it. There's a huge tent to the northern side. There are a lot of barrels, and out of screenshot are the various cages of animals that people have brought for the live portion of the contest. I couldn't find adequate cages or markers, so you guys are just going to trust me. They're there. Your horse has also been stabled. Barrett took care of that, just so you know. There is a smorgasbord of people here. As you guys
say that word again.
Smorgasbord.
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 Smorgasbord. Smorgasbord.
Okay, never mind. Never say that again. There's a plethora of people.
It's a smorgasbord.
No.
The plethora describes the same type of people. A smorgasbord is like a mixing of very many different creatures.
No, a plethora just means there's many people.
This is a smorgasbord.
Okay. Stop saying it like that. I don't even know if I pronounced it correctly because you can't. Hey, say Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
I love you. Okay, let us begin.
as you guys take a look around
Please, let's go.
as you guys take a look around the camp, you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 separate groups. The first group that's toward the end where you are is Carlisle and his cronies. The second group is a dwarven gentleman who has a lot of different mechanical parts on him, and he's got 2 forest druids with him. In the tent right beside them, there is an infernal demon and 2 imps. The tent to the north is a gentleman with a dusky complexion and desert robes, and his companions also share the same complexion and robes. The tent beside them have gnomes. The gnome out front is got a lute strapped across his body, as the 2 twin gnomes behind him are, you think they might be practicing a song? You can't tell, they're keeping it very low. In the tent opposite, you have a group of goblins. The goblin to the front is wearing a pair of sunglasses, and they are tricked out. Like, they got chains, they got, like, they look like they are just dressed to kill. Then the goblins behind them are just wearing, typical goblin wear. But, I mean, it's a little bit nicer than what you'd see, like, out in the fields. Then you got Grandma and her 2 companions. Below that, you have a very gentle looking lady who has 2 companions that are just completely fawning over her. And the last tent, you have a dwarf with a beautiful red beard and his 2 dwarven companions. And everybody is waiting for Sir. You also have Caleb and Coda standing in front of the tent. The board is yours.
Coda's a dick. So where's our station?
Sir says it appears there are 2 empty tents, both on the right side. Please choose one.
On the right or the left?
It'd be the right. There's 3 empty tents. And there's 2.
So like over here?
Yeah. Anywhere that there's not people in front of, there's 3 empty tents to the right and 2 empty tents to the left. I would suggest
Let's
that's...
go to the left.
Absolutely. Please pick your tent.
Is Carlisle standing outside?
Yeah, everybody's standing outside. They're just like kind of meandering. They're waiting for the competition to begin.
Can't move my token.
Uh-oh. No, I don't know why it does that. I fix. Controlled by Wicked. Save. Controlled by Non-Miguel. Save. Okay. Vivi goes tearing off. As he does so, he says, "Hi, Dick." What? I'm gonna go pick at the tent.
Do not leave us.
Oh.
That's fine. You stay with us.
Oh, okay. Can we at least say hi to everybody?
Yes.
Yay! Let's go. Oh, I want to pick a tent.
Nice to meet you here.
Carlisle doesn't respond.
The cold shoulder. You know I love a man that plays hard to get.
Oh my god.
Seriously, as an aside, I am just fucking with him, okay? I don't, mix with child murderers.
Vivi doesn't say hi to him. He goes, why are you being so mean to him? I mean...
That wasn't mean.
No, what you said wasn't mean, but your face. Your face.
Oh.
Your face did not...
I didn't control my facial expression. Okay.
No. Is he a bad guy? Do I need to be away? Do I need to be wary of him? Do I need to bring out the dagger?
How about this, buddy? Because Carlisle's tall, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pick Vivi up and I'm gonna put him back on my shoulders.
Okay.
I'm like, you might as well look into the eyes of the child you tried to have slaughtered, you fucking piece of shit. And I keep going.
Yabrana, I'm going to have you roll a D100 for Vivi, while I'm going to roll a D100 for Carlisle. And we're not going to know the outcomes of this roll for a while, okay? So you're going to roll for Vivi, I'll roll for Carlisle. Okay.
41.
Nomriel, you're stuck with Sir as Vivi and Yabrana go tearing off to the campsite as Sir goes, my lord, you're not actually concerned that you'll be physically attacked, are you? Because let me assure you that we do have security and it is the best.
If I was really concerned about being attacked, I would have brought a weapon.
He looks at you and you don't have any of your weapons. You gave them to Barrett, right? For safekeeping after the whole door thing?
Yep.
I thought so.
I don't have my dagger with me.
I didn't give up any of my weapons.
You forget I can summon mine to my hand from just about anywhere on the planet.
Sir looks up at you and he says, with a physique like that, I don't think you need to go armed.
Which is exactly why I left it.
Roll insight.
Interesting.
They're the same thing.
You don't get it.
So
You just think he's complimenting your muscles. He says, proceed this way.
all right.
Yabrana, you passed the dwarf and his companions. As you pass the infernal, you hear, what a lovely color.
What did I hear?
What a lovely color.
Let me check and see if I know Infernal.
Oh no, he spoke common. That was in common. That was not an infernal.
You said, okay. Yeah.
When you pass the infernal, because he's an infernal demon.
Yeah, I know infernal. So
no, but he says it in common.
They spoke in common.
Yeah. He was being he was being very blunt and respectful for a demon, as he says, that's a lovely color.
The hair or the suit?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
The infernal looks at you and goes, actual conversation. Holy shit. The hair, of course. It's a lovely shade of red.
Why, thank you.
Vivi looks down at you and goes,
my mom.
Vivi looks down at you and goes, what's red?
It's the color of my hair. The color of my hair is red.
But your hair color just looks a little brighter than everything else. There's a different...
Oh. Are all kobolds colorblind?
Is that where, like, I get my herbs mixed up and the knife tells me I have the wrong one?
Oh, this is going to be a problem.
Roll a history check.
I know I'm in charge of picking the herbs.
You know absolutely that in no time that you've been around VV have they ever referred to anything by a color, including you. The first thing he said when he saw you was beautiful, not a color. When he was describing the animals, he was describing how they moved and where to find them, not what color they were. When he was describing the flower, he said this flower and big stones. He never described anything of color.
So is that a kobold trait?
It
or
is
he just naturally colorblind?
It is not, and that's probably why he wears glasses.
Gotcha. But they don't correct color, it's just vision for his glasses.
Correct, but one vision change, as people, we have eyeballs and we wear glasses, so we know that a lot of times we can have astigmatism and eye malformation. Same thing. He does a lot of reading and he absolutely needs glasses, but this is the first time that this has been able to be brought up, and I've been sitting on it for forever.
That's all right. I'm gonna wrap my arms around his little legs on my shoulder. And I'm gonna look back to the infernal and go, yes, actual conversation.
Wonderful. Do you know how many people are scared to talk to me? You wouldn't believe it. I was like one of the first people here, and no one has come up and said hello, hi, how you doing? Fuck off. Nothing. This is really a
Not
treat
even
for
a
me.
fuck off?
Dude, not even a fuck off. I mean, of
I'm
course,
surprised.
Sir had to talk to me, and of course the two head chefs talked to me and introduced themselves, but other than that, not even Grandma.
That's mean.
That is actually pretty mean. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I mean, not better than my luck, of course, but I wish you the best of luck.
I appreciate it, sir. Your name?
Oh, you haven't been around many infernals, have you? You can call me...
I haven't.
Names are kind of...
Infernals can't give their name because it gives power over them.
Okay.
Either
Don't tell me any
that
of that. I
or-
don't know what. I don't know that. Leave some mystery, assholes.
The demon...
No.
The infernal demon looks over at you, Nomriel, and goes, I am pleasantly shocked. For this instance... For this instance, please give me a name. You have both earned the right to give me a name to be addressed by. This is a historic occasion for me. I am honored.
I say an infernal. Well, I do know a lot about y'all, so it's nothing to be surprised about.
He is over the fucking moon about hearing his native language. And he starts going on almost as much as Vivi does. Oh my god. You speak infernal. This is amazing. It's the best fucking day ever. Oh my god. You understand how hard it is to try to think and speak in common when infernals. Of course you would know. You're Dragonborn. And you know infernal. Please give me a name to go by. I would be honored to have a name by you.
Okay, what's the name for a demon that actually sounds decent?
You two can converse. I'll allow cross communication here because you guys got message spell.
I've already used the name previously, which is Anna. AWNA.
Is that what you're gonna say? Is that what you want to call him by?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, my name.
Okay.
I'm giving him my name.
Ah. Yeah, we have
Not
to
my
decide
full
a name
name.
for him.
Yeah, you're deciding a name to call the infernal. They've given you that privilege, and it's a high honor.
It's a yeah.
Do you want like a gender neutral name? Are you cool? Like, what do you like?
He's still speaking incessantly to Nomriel. He hears your question in common and turns around, gives it a quick think, and goes, anything. Names are sacred. It doesn't matter what connotation it has to it. Once it becomes mine, it's mine.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
It's interesting for sure.
So what should we call our friend here?
Doesn't matter to me. I'm not good with names anyway, so
How about Lucy?
Yeah.
Because he's a demon.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Well,
Why
sound?
not?
The infernal looks at you and goes, you needed to bestow it. So instead of asking me, you have to say, your name is now...
Okay, I'm going to say your name is now Lucy, and I'm going to hold out my hand.
He takes it in a very delicate grip as the naming ceremony is completed. This infernal is now called Lucy. They have a name in the mundane realm, and all the benefits and privileges that come with it. As they grin at you. I am very happy to meet you. I'm Lucy. What's your name?
Anna.
Anna, it's a privilege to meet you. And you, sir?
Just call me Navi.
Anna and Navi. And you, gentle sir. Vivi looks down And
I'm gonna
he,
don't, Vivi. Don't give him your full name.
I
Nicknames only.
I
Oh
have
wait,
a
isn't Vivi a nickname?
I have a full name. I mean, my parents only ever called me Vivi. That's not the only name I have that I know of. Do I have another name? Do you know if I have another name? How can I find out if I have another name? That's really interesting.
Oh God.
That's all right, buddy. You can call him Buddy.
Oh, I like that. Vivi Buddy. Or is it Buddy Vivi? Which way?
Buddy is fine.
Okay, hi.
Jesus Christ.
I'm Vivi, but I'm not actually Vivi. I'm Buddy. Nice to meet you.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't with you, kid. All right, I'm gonna swing them down from my shoulders, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, pick a tent."
I want to stay next to Lucy. They seem really
Okay.
nice. Can we stay next to Lucy?
Whatever you want. This is your rodeo, friend. We're here to help you.
Wonderful. Hi, Lucy. I'm Buddy, but yes. But no, but yes. We're going to stay in the tent beside you, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Ooh, I can't wait. And Vivi goes,
So does that mean
Tara,
that Lucy speaks Kobold?
actually, Vivi's talking in broken common that has been
Because-
slowly picking up. The time that Zara spent with him, it's broken, but it's a lot better than it used to be. But for your information, yes, the Infernal could probably speak a whole lot of languages.
But it could probably speak Draconic.
Lucy goes, I do wish you the very best of luck. Again, not as good as my luck, because I really would like to win. But good luck. So who is your head chef?
That one.
That would
I say as
be-
I point at Vivi.
The Infernal laughs. A deep,
Yeah,
Rich.
I'm saying that in Infernal, by the way.
a deep, rich belly laugh as he goes, this is the best day ever.
Oh
I
my
don't know if he's mocking us or not, but whatever. It's fine.
Probably.
As you guys get situated, let's say you guys take 30 minutes to unload everything. Do keep in mind about the contest rules. Vivi has his bag packed. So you can assume, and of course he has his dagger on him. You guys know by the rules that you're not allowed to use spells. It did not say anything about magical equipment that you brought for yourself, but you may want to
Yes,
check that
I noticed
rule.
that.
Exactly. So as 30 minutes has passed, you guys have unpacked everything. Everything is ready to go and start the competition. As you hear an attention, please, in a very strong, deep kind of field voice, as Sir requests all parties to come and gather. So for the sake of my sanity, we're just going to pretend that all of the head people gather in front of Sir, so I don't have to move like a billion D tokens. That okay?
Oh, that's fine.
Sir stands up in front of all of you and says, congratulations, today begins day one of our competitions. To start, we're going to count the groups and then we're all going to have you draw straws for the order in which you participate. The straws have numbers on them, and it seems we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 groups in total. Please come for the leaders only and draw your straws. So Vivi, super excited, runs to the front of the line. And I'm going to get to roll for y'all. Your contestant's number 4.
Nice.
And again, for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to pick the orders of everybody else. So the ones in front of you are the gnome, the goblin, and the dwarf. Then you guys. Then it's going to be Grandma, Carlisle, the dwarf, and the gentle lady. And then the Infernal, with the worst luck ever, goes absolutely last. Lucy, with the worst luck ever, goes absolutely last. Sir says in a comp voice, now that everyone has drawn straws and you have your orders, you can choose someone to exchange your order with. Everyone that would like to exchange order, raise your hands.
Do we want to change our order? I think 4 is decent in the lineup. And we're in tent number 4. I think we should keep it. That seems lucky.
Because I like 4. I mean, there's only 3 of us, but if we add Lucy, then we have 4 friends here. So, well, 4 friends total. I like 4. 4's good.
4, yep. We'll stay as is.
Nobody selects to change their draw order. As Sarah says, fantastic, we'll continue. So to give you guys an idea about how the competition is going to go, and yes, I do have like a whole fucking page here, so bear with me. Okay. Everyone is going to have a prep round. All right, so the competition is split into 2 rounds. One is called the prep round, and the other called the cooking round. The prep round is where you guys are given the list of ingredients and simple cooking instructions. You guys already have that. In your prep round, you are to gather the ingredients, measure them out, and get them ready for cooking. Measuring will require a perception check, but the DC on that's pretty low, so you guys should be able to do that, no worries. So you're looking for anywhere between 5 and 8. Anything less than that will get a little hinky. During the prep round, you guys are allowed the opportunity to perform up to 3 flourishes. Okay, so 3 flourishes during the entire prep round. Flourish is a skill check on anything you want, where you guys can roll for the related skills to get a bonus. If you want to do some fancy hibachi knife work to impress the judges, you would roll for acrobatics. Or if you want to stack the pastries into an Eiffel Tower shape, you would roll for performance. This gives you a bonus to add to the final score. You guys following?
That is for you and Vivi.
No.
And we're already up on points because we brought live.
Yep.
Namriel, you are allowed to do flourishes as well. You each have 3 opportunities. Vivi has 3, Yabrana has 3, and you have 3. All right, the cooking round. In this part of the competition, you guys start to combine and cook the ingredients. In this round, the head chef is the only PC doing the work, but the helpers can make modifier rolls to help them out. As far as cooking goes, there's a different kinds of action. Actual cooking's a DC save of 10 to 12. Survival checks to make sure nothing gets burnt. Cutting, chopping things are an acrobatics check. If the DC gets harder, the smaller the food has to be cut. So if you're chunking it, larger DC. If you're dicing it or julienning it, a higher one, or lower than higher. Mixing things is a perception check to see just how smooth and creamy it is. This is important. Helper modifier rolls. Whenever the chef makes a bad roll, a helper has the chance to roll for a modifier. It's only one roll in the form of a D4. And whatever it is, it gets added to the head chef's roll. The helper can use this as many times as they want, but they can't help themselves. So if say you're prepping something and you cut the onions a little too wide, the DC didn't do, and they're not quite perfect, you can't do a help check, but say Namriel has a help roll for that action. He can go, hey, hold on a second, I got this, and he can help you. So he'll roll the D4, add that to your bonus, and it should get it to where it needs to be. Kind of. Say the head chef makes a DC 10 to cook some bacon, and they have to make a 10, they only roll a 6. You guys can do a helper action, roll a D4, and if that gets it to 10, you're good to go. So, this is how the points stack up. Bonuses and penalties. Doing things correctly or incorrectly while cooking lets the PC earn or lose points. These points are either added or subtracted from the final roll, which determines the score the judges will give the food. Flourishes, success +4, fail -4. Finding ingredients, for every 5 correct ingredients +2, for every 3 wrong ingredients -1. Measuring for every 5 correct measurements +2. For every 3 incorrect measurements -2. Actual cooking for perfect +2. For burnt -3. Chopping, perfect +1. Incorrect -1. Mixing +2. Incorrect -2. And since you guys have the actual real life instructions for these foods, this is going to be fun.
Yes, we do have the real life instructions.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So, the final rolls are going to add up as follows. You take the flourishes, all of the pluses, minus all of the minuses, and you have to make a DC for these dishes. Your dish DC has to exceed 12 to qualify to pass.
Shit.
Anything above a 15 would be considered okay to present. Anything 18 or better is 5-star quality. So minimum for the Malaysian is 12.
This is going to be a pain.
I think it's going to be fun. That's a lot of math. There are no disadvantages on these rolls, and each of you get 1 helper action per turn. You get 1 flourish, 1 helper action per turn. So,
okay,
mix, cut, prep, and then you get to actually sort and pick the items. That's where you guys are going to need to help Vivi, because Yabrana just realized he's colorblind.
Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the ass.
Sir has explained how the competition is going to work. As he says, you have a choice between whether or not you all would like to wait outside while the competition is happening, or if you would like to observe your competitors. However, there is a rule for observation. Any noise made during observation
Instant disqualification
will get you kicked out of the observation tent.
We're gonna have to gag Vivi.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a couple of people chuckle at that, and they're all people who have had access to Vivi. So that includes Carlisle, who tries not to chuckle, but he actually ends up chuckling. So Grandma chuckles, Carlisle chuckles, Lucy chuckles, and everybody else is just kind of like, what the fuck? As Sir goes, well, daylight's wasting. Let the competition begin. So you guys have an option here. The first person, it looks like it's going to be the Bard Gnome, who is going to go in. You guys can choose to let Vivi stay outside, or I don't know. I don't know if a silent spell will work on him. I don't know if you guys can convince him to keep his mouth shut. I don't know. I honestly don't know. You guys can decide for yourselves.
Needs to stay inside the tent.
Or you guys can go around and try to gather intel while the judges are in the tent doing their thing. You have 4 chances to observe and 4 chances to gather intel. This is chance number 1. What would you as a team like to do? Please converse.
I think we should focus on intel.
Yeah.
I think we should save one of our observations for Carlisle's meals. I really want to talk to that goblin.
I'm going to leave the choice to you here.
I say first round, Who goes first?
This would be this bardic gnome right here. You can tell he's a bard because he's got a lute strapped to him.
Okay, I want to talk to this guy.
All right. All the competitors enter the tent. Let's see who goes in with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The goblin won't because you're talking to him. Ooh, so sorry. Let's see some rolls. I need 8 rolls. Okay. That would be the dwarf, grandma, this dude. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've only got 3 people deciding to go and observe. So that would be the dwarf party, grandma, and the other dwarf. Yabrana, you walk up to the goblin. Vivi is right behind you. Namriel, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna go with her. I'm not trying to like. I'm just ready to get this competition over with.
All right, Namriel. Roll me a history check.
Let me find it. History. That's a 10.
You know this guy. Tell me how you know him. You can make up anything. I'm allowing you to. I'm allowing you to make up some kind of connection with this goblin. Keep in mind.
Have you already decided a name for him?
No.
Oh, so. Back when I was a kid, we were in the same town. Yeah, it was small. It didn't really have a name. But he lived there. And I'm gonna let you choose the name for him. I'm not fixing to try and make a name that sounds goblin.
Ricky. Nobody could pronounce his goblin name, so everybody just called him Ricky.
Alright. Same town. We grew up really close to each other. Talked a bit every now and then.
So passing childhood acquaintances.
Yes.
All right, so you're from the same town. Ricky, you're really close, you're on good terms. You get closer to the goblin as Yabrana goes to introduce herself with Vivi, and you notice, I know this guy.
Oh, what's up?
Ricky turns and looks up at you and goes, damn, I thought I saw a glint of sunshine in the corner of my eye. How are you, Namriel?
Living.
With a wife like this and you just say you're living? Boy, you really got to up your swag game, my man.
Not quite. But, I didn't even want to be here.
So introduce me to your family.
Not my family, just a couple of friends. I
Wow,
say
that's
with air
fucking
quotes.
rude.
So you do know Namriel. Hi. I'm Ricky.
Hi.
You can't get this fucker to smile for nothing, can you? Still the same
Only
old...
when he's burning shit to the ground.
Oh, I have stories. I have stories. Did he tell you about the time he burnt down a tree?
I may have heard of him burning down a couple of trees, but any specific one?
Couple
Absolutely.
taverns too.
Look, we don't talk about the tavern, okay? Nobody's caught us yet. Shut the fuck up. that we're sitting there and, you know, we're just doing kid things. And all of a sudden he realizes, oh, I've got a magic breath. Watch this. And he goes puff, puff. And he puff, puff too damn hard. The next thing I know, we got the fire brigade all the way out there. We got the proctor from the school coming out there giving us a damn lecture on how to use fire breath safely. We had to do like a 3-day course on damn breath safety, and I can't even breathe fire. How, honestly, man, how have you been?
I ended up in the wrong part of town, and I'm trying to collect a couple of things. That's about it.
Well, man, you
Couple
know,
of disappearing taverns, but nothing else besides that.
I send the whisper. The message is still active, right?
absolutely.
A message is always active when we're in range.
I just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna whisper to him. Tread carefully. You may know him, but you don't know him.
No, I get it. That's why I said got on the wrong side of town. Have to collect a couple of things. Not really trying to give too many specifics.
Man, what? Well, I know you're in a part of the cooking competition, but you can't cook for shit. What are you doing here?
I don't even know.
You know this man can burn water.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
He's only here to pick out shit.
I'm only here to fill numbers.
That sounds more like you. Though you are a gorgeous, tall, golden piece of meat. You really need to flaunt that, by the way. Gives you some good points. So who is y'all's head chef? I'm like, is it you, ma'am? Is it you, little sir?
I say it's that one, and I point to Vivi.
Vivi goes, hi, I'm Vivi, but I'm not Vivi. You can call me Buddy, though. Hi, it's very nice to meet you. I'm the head chef. I'm actually the one that's going to be doing the most of the cooking. Namriel's going to reach the stuff that's really up high. And since you're Brana?
Yeah, buddy.
Nick, he calls you Yeeby. Can I call you Yeeby too?
Whatever you want, buddy.
Insight check.
Damn, shut up.
I think I've grown used to just chattering.
I think you've grown.
I haven't.
I think you've both grown too used to it because he just dropped some serious info on you. Insight check, or you're going to miss it.
Can I also roll an insight to see?
Absolutely, you can. Who in your party goes by Nick?
That's a 23.
Who in our party goes by Nick?
That's a very good fucking question. List your party members, please.
Okay,
Nicodemus.
so it's me. Oh, Nicodemus, yeah. You can fucking talk to him?
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking this entire time. It's really cool. He can talk in my head. He's really super sweet too, and he loves you, by the way. Not like in a love way, but like he really, really loves you. I think he said something about that he was going to burn to death in a basement, and you rescued him, and he's like really super excited about that. But yeah, he talks to me a lot.
We may or may not have caused that fire also, but
That was all me, baby.
The goblin laughs. Ricky, he laughs. He goes, I don't doubt that the golden asshole found a firebrand to go with him. So, little man.
Sometimes
Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I trailed off. It's fine. I didn't have an actual thought.
Vivi goes, yeah, and I'm really super excited. And we got 3 dishes planned, and they're super, super good. And you wouldn't believe the crabs that we got. Dude, the crab that we got, they were really surprised that it was so big, but I told them it was really, really big, and they didn't believe me. Did you, Yeeby?
Yeah.
See, I told you that they were big. And
One of these days.
Vivi just
One of these
continues to
fucking
go off.
days.
Ricky, who's very close to his height, leans in and puts his hand on top of Vivi's head. And he goes, I know, man. I think you're going to do really, really good. Do you remember all the steps to cooking and everything that you're going to cook? And he goes, yeah. And I've got my cookbook, see? And he reaches in his pocket and he grabs out his cookbook and he
I
flashes it.
snatch it.
Oh,
I snatch it and put it behind my back. It's like, don't give away your family secrets.
oh,
I try and play it off.
yeah, you probably don't need to look at that because it's got all of my recipes in it, and we're in a competition, so I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy.
Will you hold on to my book so I don't do that again? Because I think I will do that again because I'm super excited and I really want to share all of my recipes. But you're right. This is
I'm sticking it in my bodice. It is going right in between the boobs.
The goblin takes a look and circles. He goes, "That's a nice pocket."
Plenty of room.
That's a fun pocket.
The goblin holds out his hand in a dap gesture to you, Namriel.
Stupid. I can't with either of you.
You'll get used to us. We're just some old school buddies shooting the breeze before the competition.
Yeah. So, can I ask you a serious question?
Absolutely.
Now that we're friends.
You can ask Ricky
And I'm
anything.
leaning real close. You heard about anybody cheating?
There has been a couple of rumors. Here, tell you what, why don't we go over here? We'll go to my tent where we can have a little bit of a quieter conversation if you get my drift.
Yeah, can you move me? I'm in the kitchen for a minute.
Yep. Namriel, I'm assuming that you go in the tent as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna move you guys like right off the side of the tent just so we have a little bit more room. You go into the tent and it is pimped out. I mean, there are silk cushions, there's cashmere drapes, there's golden ties and silver tassels on everything. It looks like Pimp My Ride rolled into this tent. And there's an actual factual miniature throne made for a goblin that has been constructed at the end of it. Ricky goes in, sits down.
Frivolous.
Hey, I resemble that remark. Besides, when you got money, you gotta flaunt it. How else are people gonna know you're loaded? Not to mention, it lures the less fortunate in for snack time.
Jesus.
Oh, come now. I actually feed them before I let them go. You, ma'am, are racist.
I can't. I'm gonna just sit back for a minute and clear my head because all you guys are dicks.
See, I knew you knew Namriel. Absolutely, we're dicks. How do you think we managed to make it this far? You got to. You gotta do this shit. Anyhoozle, you wanted to know about cheating, right? Girl, I've been here since day one. I've had my guys go out and listen to all the little nooks and crevices, all the little things.
You got really low.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is that okay? So I've had my guys go out, and of course, nobody ever pays attention to goblins, especially we're really good at stealth. So I've had my guys go out and get a little bit of intel. So I've got intel on 4 of the groups, and those are the first 4 that came with us. I've got intel on the Infernal. I got intel on the Desert Dude. I got intel on the Quiet Lady, and I have intel on your brethren. Not the redhead, but the other dwarf. Which one would you like first?
Tell me about the Infernal.
To be honest, we haven't been able to get too close. The imps he has to his tent are very quiet. Very good. But, he has been talking to Sir a lot. But then again, that Sir is probably the only one that's talking to him. The head chef, Robin, Rico, whatever the fuck the elven dude is, he absolutely ignores him. The guy with the glasses is kind of taking his cues from the big guy. But him and Sir have had a couple of conversations. The guy seems really decent. He's kept to himself. And he has some wonderfully spicy smells coming off of that tent. We've been here for a couple days, so of course you can smell everybody cooking. And whatever he's got in there is so spicy, it burns my nostrils. I can't wait. I really do hope we get to taste test some of these, because that smells great. Can't ever find a proper level of spice nowadays. All in all, seems a decent chap. Hadn't had a chance to talk to him because, you know, we've been doing our recon. Never hurts to have
really should. You really should talk to him.
You know, you do have a point. I'll make it a point to go and have a chat with him. He seemed very friendly with you guys. I guess it's just the whole infernal thing. Makes me a little wobbly. But the smells are
Make
good.
you racist?
No, that makes me sensible. Infernals are fucking terrifying.
He's a nice guy.
You, my lady, have balls of steel.
They're not terrifying when you can speak their native tongue.
You shut up. You know that languages was never my thing, and it's a miracle I ever grew up to speak common. Thanks to you, largely in part.
True.
And it's thanks
Not
to
my
that.
fault, you're a dumbass.
Listen, how many times did I pull your ass out of your own proverbial fire, sir? I deserve a little bit of respect. Thank you very much. You know,
I was trying to get a 10, motherfucker.
by setting the tavern on fire. You couldn't have waited for the fucking sun? We talked about that, but no.
The sun reflects off of me, jackass.
Did it have to be the damn tavern? It was the only one. I know we didn't get fucking caught, and you didn't even fucking tan, asshole.
I was strongly compelled to burn that bitch to the ground, by the way. So don't hold me for that.
Hey, no blame here. I was the one that helped you set it up. There ain't no blame here. All I'm saying, you're an asshole for not waiting for the damn sun to get a tan. What were we talking about?
The fucking sun.
Listen to me good. This one tavern here, we're doing a competition in. Don't burn the motherfucker down till we're done, okay? I want to get my reward and be on my merry damn way.
What would it take to get that statue off of you?
If I won, just ask for it. I'm not here for the
Yes.
statue. I want the tenure. Do you know how much fucking money I'm gonna make if I'm head chef of the Malaysian? Are you fucking kidding me? Money's gonna roll in hand over fist. Looking this good takes fucking cash.
But if you do win, can we get that statue?
Brother, all you had to do was ask. It's yours.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's fucking ugly. I got to see it before they put it in the chest. It looks like a big blob of concrete. I mean, aesthetically, it's uglier than I am.
That's saying something.
Fuck you.
Nah.
You never did swing that way. Damn shame. Ah. All right, so we covered the Infernal. I got info on what? 2 others, 3 others? Quiet Lady, Desert Dude, and the other dwarf.
Are any of them cheating?
I have high suspicions that the Quiet Lady is cheating. And I'll tell you why. So we were one of the first 2 groups to get here, and she asked for a private interview with the head chef and sir. She's the only one that's requested it. That I've seen anyway. Because
Very interesting.
once nighttime falls, everybody goes about and fucks off on their own shit. But she's only had that one request, and they haven't left their tent. Also, they've not been cooking anything. Like nothing. There's no cooking smells coming off their tent whatsoever. It's fucking weird, dude.
We sure that other person is alive then? Because some bitch could be dead. We've experienced that before.
Why would a dead person come to a cooking competition? I'm so confused. I mean, I get
I'm talking about being dead after going into the tent.
She's up and walking. She's outside. I mean, I'm assuming they're alive. Her companions are up and walking. I mean, I haven't checked their heartbeat. Do I need to go and have my guys listen for a heartbeat?
Nah.
She's the only one that's had a private conversation with the head chef. They're also the only tent that hasn't cooked a damn thing since they got here.
Interesting.
I thought so too. So if I had my druthers, I'd bet it'd be her that doing the cheating. So I got intel left on two guys, the desert dude and the other dwarf guy. I think. You never can tell the dwarf
guy.
So this dude is interesting as shit. He's got a lot of like different kind of mechanical components going on. If you take a look at his arm's mechanical, which I don't blame him for that. Accidents happen, especially, when you live under a fucking mountain. I'm sure you're aware accidents happen. He's got a mechanical arm. It smells high of magic, but that's not unusual. Most of them require magic to move to have any kind of dexterity. Their food. Really earthy smells. Really like... it's really odd for a mountain folk, but it kind of has that kind of bog smell to it. That kind of deep, rich, earthy, watery tone to his cooking.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to bet, it's going to be heavy on stews and soups. But they have a lot of flair. Their cooking pot, their cooking thing, they don't use a regular traditional fire pit. They've got this contraption that they brought out, and they hooked up a jug to it, and then he did a little bit of tinkering, and then lit a flame, and it went poof, and there was fire. I haven't seen anything like that before, and it wasn't a fire starter; it was just a regular old match. It is, and it burns. It burns blue. Very high flame, very high heat. And then what he does with all that lovely heat, he puts a fucking soup pot on top of it. Travesty. That fire needed a good fucking piece of meat. How hard would it have been to put a damn good piece of meat on that beautiful blue flame? But no, he puts a damn soup pot on top of it. Travesty. Absolute travesty. But they've also kind of kept to themselves. They've been out talking to a couple of people. Very polite, very well mannered. The desert guy, though, absolutely doesn't like him. Took one look at the arm, spit on the ground, and walked away. So I don't know what that was all about. Maybe something, I don't know. I don't have much dealing with desert folk. I don't know if it's because he was a dwarf, because I haven't seen his interaction with the other dwarf. I don't know. But they've kept to themselves, haven't asked for any special requests, so I doubt they're cheating. Which brings me to the last guy. Desert Man. He's been cordial. The flavors from his tent have been heavily spiced, but kind of almost in a sweet undertone. Very heavily laced with cinnamon and some kind of fruit that I've never actually smelled before. It's
Cinnamon. Gross.
it's light and sweet with an undercurrent of heavy spice. Maybe coriander or anise, something heavy and sharp, but it's lightened by the cinnamon and whatever sweet fruit. It's a very interesting combination. I'm really looking forward to their dishes as well. Again, they've kept to themselves. They're very polite to everybody except the dwarf in blue with the mechanical arm. He was even, other than ignoring the infernal, completely ignoring, like pretending that the infernal doesn't. Well, that this might be racist then, because yeah. So the one dwarf and the infernal, he spit at the dwarf. He completely ignores the infernal, but they haven't had any special meetings, and his people stay close to the tent. I think they've only been to town once, and they came back drunk as shit.
Sounds about right.
You guys have been at this talk maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. Vivi has absolutely been sprinkling the conversation with his observations and thoughts. You guys have mostly tuned him out. As you hear Sir, the head cooks, and the contestant come out of the tent. We're going to roll and see whether or not they passed bare minimum and see if they're going to do, okay? So below a 50, they absolutely failed. 50 to 75, they have one or two dishes. Over 75, all three of their dishes are going to compete. You guys ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
One dish. So gnome, bard, one dish. All right. So that team only has one dish that they're presenting. You do not get the name of that dish until later in the competition, but they walk away. They seem pretty happy that they've had one. They go to the tent where the bard immediately sets up and begins. I just moved that somehow, and I don't know how. You're now sideways forever, my dude. I don't know how to fix you. As the bard sits outside playing a victory tune, it goes da 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 da. Da 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 da.
I want to stab him.
Sir goes, contestant number 2, please come. So this is the dwarf that has the magnificent red beard. I did mess up the order. All right, so nope, I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3. You guys are 4. I did mess up that order. My apologies. Let me put everybody back in the proper order. The next one is Grandma. She waves to everybody present and says, "My dears, wish me the best of luck. I'm going to cook some great food. You guys have a choice.
I don't trust that bitch.
You guys have a choice.
I just devised another way we could win. We just cheat.
No, we can't cheat. The cheaters will be caught. The only one that might not get caught is the bribe.
You guys have an option here. There's another team going into the event tent. Do you want to stay outside and do some more recon, talk to some more people, or would you like to observe?
What do you think?
Doesn't matter to me.
Well, if
We've
we're gonna
already
cheating. We need to observe, but if we pick the wrong people to observe, then it helps us. I don't think we should observe Carlisle. I don't think it'll matter. We already know he's cheating.
Would you both like to roll an insight check on whether or not you think Grandma's going to cheat?
Yes.
What do you want, baby?
That's not good for her.
What do you want, baby?
That's 21.
Oh no. You guys absolutely think she's going to cheat.
All right, we'll observe.
And I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna like, BB,
Yeah?
do you want to stay here with Ricky
Can I go back
or
and
Lucy?
can me and Ricky go talk to Lucy? Because Ricky said that he wanted to meet Lucy, and I think that'd be a really cool to have a conversation with both of them, and they can both watch me.
Ricky, I really need you to do me a solid. What'll it take?
Namriel owes me a favor.
Sounds good to me.
Wonderful.
You
Deal struck.
don't get to make decisions on my behalf.
You owe me a favor. You owe me a favor. Come on,
Your
buddy.
house is gonna fucking,
Now listen,
your
we're called.
house is gonna burn.
That don't work on me, boy. Now you're going by Buddy, right? I just want to make sure I got this right around the Infernal. And you can call me Ricky around the Infernal because it's not my actual name. Because yeah, you can call me Buddy.
So yeah, even Ricky knows the truth about infernal beings and real names.
Oh yeah, you guys had the same education. He's just not very good at languages, so is going to be a language barrier here. But you know the he speaks common. The Infernal speaks common. So unless something is said in Infernal, the conversation should go well. And as a matter of fact, we'll have you guys roll after you get out of your the viewing of this one. We'll have you guys roll to see how that conversation went. Ricky grabs Vivi's hand and goes, "Come on, buddy, let's go make us another friend." As him, Vivi, and his companions leave the tent, and they go to the Infernal tent because everybody's gone back to their tents, until they're called. So they're a big happy party over there. You guys are going to go and observe. So let me get that other map set real quick and put everybody in. Excuse me.
Cool.
All right. So we're going to snap everybody. All right. So who else observes? Let's take a look. Since you guys are a part of the ones that are observing, let's say the gnome bard, and who else would you guys like to observe with you? You've got the dwarf.
The dwarf.
Which one? Red hair or blue hair?
Red hair.
All right. So we have 3 observers, or 4, counting Namriel, plus the crew. So we're going to copy that. We're going to move over here. And then we're going to paste everybody in. All right. Sorry, I know this is taking a little bit of time that we don't have a lot of left, but... Oh, I gotta grab her companions. Hold on. It's a lot to grab. Me and my damn intricate map. That's of them. That's them. Okay, I think that's everything. And we're going to move you guys over. All right, so you guys enter the test kitchen. Please refresh your screens to make sure that everybody can see.
Ooh, it's big.
It is big.
I do not say that out loud.
So as you guys walk
Wow.
in, you can see that this is very, very intricate. It's very well stocked. There's a lot of things that are out just for people to grab. At first look, you could tell there's a lot of fresh, really great produce and vegetables already out and ready to go. There are pots of boiling water on the stove. There are vessels full of sugar and flour and salt and pepper. Everything in this room is labeled. As Sir steps in front of the contestants in between the 2 judges and begins. Welcome to our test kitchen. You will have 30 minutes to pick your ingredients from the back while we inspect the ingredients that you provide. Please note, you are allowed to have enchanted tools, but they have to be checked first. We're just looking for things that would, give an unfair advantage. Bespelled tools are a normal part of everyday kitchens. It's just like a fire starter. We're going to check all of your ingredients for any magical additions, anything that doesn't seem quite right, anything that we deem, me and the cooks, deem inappropriate will be struck from your list, and you will get 10 minutes to replace those items that we just deem are unusable. After those 40 minutes, 30 to pick, 10 to repick, you will have 2 hours to create 3 dishes. Our cooks will be observing, tasting, and testing constantly while you cook. You can ask them to step away, but please try not to, as they're there to observe and get kind of a feel for how you're producing, how you're creating. If it gets too much, you can't ask them to step aside. However, it will cause a deduction in points. Does everyone understand?
Yep.
At the end of that 2 hours, you'll produce 3 of each of your 3 dishes. One for one for the cooks to try now, one for the judgment, and one for the tasting. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
If a dish is deemed unworthy, it will not be presented. You have 3 chances. If you fail 2, you will be unable to compete. Any questions?
Nope.
No.
Grandma goes, no, this is going to be, we're going to have this in the back. Piece of cake. As her companion set out 4 items on the ground. Or on the table. I'm sorry, not on the ground, on the table. One is a chef's knife kit. All right, so it has all the different types of chef knives. It is rolled in a beautifully aged leather pouch. And it's got grandma written in kind of calligraphy on the front. It's cute. It's cute. They have 1 bottle, 1 bag, and a crate. They do not have any live creatures. And their turn begins. And that's where we're going to have to stop.
I know.
Because it's
Oh.
9 o'clock. So, thoughts, comments, criticisms, concerns, and compliments about tonight's session?
I had fun.
I liked it. It was good.
That is the best part, is when you guys say have fun for me. Congratulations, you guys, on putting some of that together. I know we took a good chunk of our time to actually get those thoughts out, and I wish the excitement that we had on that phone call could have transferred over, because I was so excited that you guys were getting it. Absolutely, to clarify some things, is that way you guys know moving forward about what you were right on. It does take 3 items. It's not always going to technically be an orb, but you will always have a shard of the god.
But the premise is going to be the same.
The premise is going to be the same. You're always going to have a shard of the god, you're going to have a conduit, and then you're going to have an object.
Okay.
Shard, conduit, object. If any of those are corrupted, they have to be purified. And to clear it up, yes, an object can be reforged or recrafted. However, if you are corrupted by a corrupted item, you yourself will need to be purified. Let me reiterate. If you are corrupted by anything that has been corrupted, you yourself will need to be purified.
Interesting. Okay.
So we'll have to figure out how to purify those kind of things.
And if we get corrupted, we'll also have to find a way to be purified.
Nightmare, roll an insight check.
God.
So burning down taverns doesn't scar your soul.
You have no idea. You don't know.
Oh,
You have no clue.
that's a 13.
You
be a
might
little bit better.
you might have a slight clue because when you exploded the orb, some of those shards landed in your chest, my dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't need to be interacting with this stuff.
Hey, cutie.
Now,
No, I don't have any food.
I have a better
Let
question.
me do one more roll.
All right.
Does my magic feel off at all
So,
from when we first started?
I'm going to have you add a history check to that, my dude.
Okay. My history is decent. That's an 18.
Okay, so you are not corrupted. And you can only think of one instance when you've been in any situation where that might have changed. Do you remember when you guys actually walked into the water in the koi pond?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know how to uncorrupt stuff now.
Well, it worked on you.
It's a good thing we know where it is.
It's a really good thing we know where it is.
Do you remember what the
Stay away
koi?
from the mushrooms, though, man.
Do you remember what the koi said to y'all?
Come back anytime.
Come back and it will
Come back
help
when we
you.
have the pieces. Come back when we have the 2 shards, and it'll help.
No, I don't think he said that.
No, he wanted us to come back when we had the 2 shards.
The 2 statues, that is correct. He said to come back and he would help you.
Okay.
Bingo.
Because they were upset that you didn't already have them.
Ah, I don't have any food. You already ate, you fat dog.
So I was going to originally, when I first did this and you guys destroyed the orb, it made me, because Wicked had a very good idea today that I had to do like a bloopers reel on the DM side. And this is a good example of that. When you guys destroyed the orb, it blew my plans out of the fucking water. Because originally, you had to have just an orb and a shard and a champion or a conduit. Alright?
Hey, it's not my fault that I rolled really fucking high on the history check.
I know. I know. But this is kind of like a GM bloopers thing. It's how the story kind of evolves. So, you guys know where the shards are of that orb, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. That's gonna come in handy later. Just saying.
Yeah, and I spent, like, what, most of the time after I got res pulling shards out of me.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I wonder if, I don't know, one might have somehow happened to have been left stuck in my body?
Unfortunately, no. You did carry a corruption there for a while, and that did affect some of your rolls. But after...
Really?
Yes, it did.
You petty motherfucker.
I am very petty about that. I was very salty that you debowed my fucking shit, and you didn't even know it. I was a little salty. But so that did affect some of your rolls and your D20 outcomes on the wild magic for sure. But nothing too horrible happened. I mean, you knocked out Alyssa from the rats and stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. Nobody died. So it ended up working out.
Yeah. Well, no, I did get knocked. I was on death's door.
Yep. Maybe next time, don't try to destroy shit you don't understand. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Woo, that scared the shit out of me. But anyway,
Hey, motherfucker.
so on the DM side, I had to do a little bit of quick thinking. So no, they're not always going to be orbs, but right now that's what you're on track for. But
That's just what popped up.
but that's not a guarantee that they're all going to be orbs. I mean, it's not a guarantee, but I can give you one guarantee. All of the conduits or the champions are going to be living things. It needs that spark of life. And all the shards, they vary. They can be living, inanimate. It's going to range. There's going to be a plethora of range. But you will always be able to tell when a shard of a god is nearby because you will not have to roll a d20 for wild magic. Speaking of, one more thing before I let you guys go. I'm going to give you
Then
guys...
why did I have to roll outside when I was using magic?
That's a very epic question, and I want you to really think about that because I'm not going to tell you the answer to that. But where's the shard? Where's the shard now?
In a chest.
Fabulous. Keep that in mind.
Oh. I'm just gonna.
So I'm also going to give you guys some homework. So probably tomorrow, because I'm like super tired. I've worked all day today and I have to work tomorrow. I'm super tired, but I'm going to give you guys character sheets. And I want you to name them the same as your character right now, but they're only going to be level 1.
Oh.
They have all of your same equipment, but they're only be level 1. And you will not get a chance to use these for probably another 5 sessions or so. But I want y'all to prep these character sheets. When you guys get something, you want to make sure that they're on your level 1 character, put them on there. Okay? Because I will be looking at those sheets heavily.
Why do you want us to... Oh, God. What do you have planned over there?
You guys can probably answer that question yourselves if you give our world a good think. And that is where we're going to end it. Enough DM hints. You guys will have your character sheets sometime tomorrow at the very latest, early Tuesday. And they will be character ones. Make sure you put all your equipment on there. That includes your heritage weapons. Your heritage weapons do not go down to level 1 again. They stay at your current level. And we'll update those. No level ups yet. Even though you guys have done some really epic shit, you're not at the next milestone, which is this. So do well, level up.
So what, we just copy everything on our character sheet over?
Yep.
That's an all?
No. Your stats are level 1. So you'll roll them. You'll re-roll your character as a level 1 character. Same name. I would suggest like putting like a 1 next to their name so that way you don't get confused. But yeah, level 1. And that's going to be a fun surprise for later. On that note,
we're fixing to be fighting these.
Everybody say goodnight.
No.